If you like my videos, don't forget to follow me on social media to keep up to date with all the latest news regarding my channel and my content. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe below or at the end of the video. Don't forget to check out my Amazon store, filled with recommendations on Blu-rays, DVDs, books, and other media featured in my videos. Alright, it's been quite a few weeks since I've done an unboxing video. We're back here at the parcel locker. I got a whole ton of parcels we picked up over the last few weeks. Let's just do a montage. Alright, enough mucking around. Oh, thank you very much. At least I have to hold the camera up today because the leg broke off. Let's get home and let's unbox. Okay guys, let's do it. Let's get into this week's unboxing, or should I say sort of like this month's unboxing. It's actually been a month since I did the last unboxing video, so apologies for that. The unboxing video isn't dead. I know people keep asking me what's happened to the unboxing, is there gonna be another one? It's not dead, I just haven't had many big weeks of packages over the last few weeks. I do have a decent stack of stuff here that's come in over the last 4 weeks. How many packages have we got this week? We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 parcels all up this week, so it's a pretty decent sized unboxing here. Now there are a few things in here that you probably will recognize. There were a few things I just had to open up for the sake of doing a review video or whatever. So a few things in here that if you've been watching the channel over the last few weeks, you would have seen, but otherwise they haven't appeared in an unboxing video. So let's just get some of that stuff out of the way first. First up, let's open up this one right here from my pals, of course, over at Entertainment One. These are one of my favorite distributors, these guys. They distribute some really fantastic movies. As you would have seen, I've been doing a lot of reviews for them recently, so these guys are fantastic. They sent me a DVD for the sake of a review. Let's check this one out. Ow! Oh, I got something in my eye this morning, don't know what it is. Alright, here we go. Of course, they sent me a copy of Detroit on DVD for the purposes of doing a video review. This movie is absolutely fantastic. I really loved it. Detroit, if you want to check out my review of that, I'll put a little link for it up in the top corner right there. Okay, next up, let's take a look at this package we got here from Amazon. I love Amazon. This is from Amazon UK, I believe. So let's take a look at what's inside. Crap. Alright, ooh, what is this? No one's seen these before. Of course, from Amazon UK, I picked up 2 copies of Thor Ragnarok on Blu-ray, basically. Blu-ray 3D and 4K. I really love the covers on this. It's a nice shiny one. I like the artwork that they chose on the UK edition of Ragnarok 4K over the US one. I just thought the US cover was boring. It used that teaser poster. This is like beautiful, nice, dynamic artwork, and I love this. If you haven't seen my unboxing of Thor Ragnarok yet, let me just give you like a quick skim over how good, just how nice this slipcover is. It's really cool. Like, I can't even explain the texture that's on here, but it's really fantastic. I love that. Once again, I did open these already for the sake of doing an unboxing review thing. If you want to check out a proper full review of that, check up in the top corner there. I'll put a little link. Otherwise, there'll be links at the end of the video as well for all this stuff. I'm pretty sure that's most of the stuff you've seen already, so let's get into the main bulk of this stuff. Let's take a look at this guy right here. I believe, I'm not sure where this come from, to be completely honest, so let's open it up. I don't want to ruin that because I like reusing these packages. Alright, we have got, of course, a Blu-ray disc. It is, oh, this is one I actually picked up in the last unboxing video if you're watching. I picked up the UK version of this disc. This is the American version of this disc. It is Earth. Of course, this is the one that came out many years ago. As I said in the last video, this is basically a feature-length version of Planet Earth. They used a lot of footage that they shot for Planet Earth for the sake of cutting it up to make into a theatrical feature. This is the American version of this, which of course was distributed by DisneyNature and not BBC Lionsgate, as it was in the UK and Australia. This version also has narration by, check this out, James Earl Jones, of course the voice of Mufasa, and of course Darth Vader. The UK version has a Patrick Stewart voiceover. I picked this one up from an eBay seller. This was the, I can't remember what they're called, it's like Declutter Store or something. It is the US branch of Music Magpie, who is a great British website where you can off-sell all your Blu-rays, DVDs, media, and then they'll on-sell that to people for really cheap. So it's all secondhand stuff. This is secondhand, but like perfect condition. Perfect condition. Now this here is one that I picked up in the last video. This is the UK edition of it. I found that cheaper, easy to get my hands on than the Australian edition, which I believe is out of print at the moment. Now there's a reason I wanted to get two different versions of this. Well, one, I wanted one to be able to keep with my BBC collection to put with the Planet Earth series itself on the shelf, and I wanted another version to put with my DisneyNature collection, which I'm still building. I only have a couple of DisneyNature titles. I still have to try and go back and get a lot of the older ones, as well as some of the more newer ones as well. So I wanted to pick this one up, of course, and I just wanted to see what the difference between the James Earl Jones and the Patrick Stewart narration track was. Also, this has a ton of special features. I believe there's like a video commentary on here, like picture-in-picture commentary track, and a whole lot of making of stuff that's not part of the UK set. So I get the best of both worlds in both versions, and like they were both like only $4 or $5 each, so it was cheap enough to buy both, and then I can put one with one collection, one with the other collection, and my OCD is happy. So that brings us to this one from Amazon. I think I know what this is. We're gonna open it up. Woo. Okay, now this is pretty much the reason why I, at this moment in time, went back and finally bought the Earth movies, and that is because they've released the sequel, Earth. One Amazing Day. Of course, I haven't checked this one out yet. You can see it's still in the shrink wrap right there. This is the UK edition, as you'll notice, with the logos down the bottom. It doesn't come in a slipcover, which is a little bit disappointing because the American edition did come with a slip, and it's like a really beautiful slip. But I don't like importing BBC titles from the US because there's a discrepancy between the playback frame rates between US and UK players. UK players can actually play higher frame rates, where the US players can't. So all the BBC stuff is filmed at a slightly higher frame rate, and then they are sped up. The video is actually sped up to be able to be played on a US disc. So I think the 4Ks are fine. I think 4Ks are fine, but Blu-rays themselves have a little bit of problem with that. So I just don't like importing BBC stuff from the US. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I missed out on the slip. I don't know why they did a slip in the US and not the UK, since this is basically natively a UK program, but who knows, who cares? It was actually cheaper in the US to get with the slipcover, which annoys me a little bit more, but it's fine. I've got the movie now, and look, these ones don't have slips, so they'll sit together nicely on the shelf. This one is, of course, as I said, 4K Ultra HD, and basically just like these ones were a feature-length version of Planet Earth, this is a feature-length version of Planet Earth 2 and Blue Planet 2. So they've used footage from both series, combined it, used new footage as well. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's fantastic, but I'm looking forward to it. And this one has narration by Robert Redford, one of my favorite actors of all time. And it also has a Mandarin language track on the back by Jackie Chan, which is fantastic. So there's a Jackie Chan language track on there. Sadly, I don't speak Mandarin, so I wouldn't know what he's talking about, but it's a kind of nice little addition to that. Now, the funny thing with this one is, though, that there isn't a different version in the UK as there is in the US. So the Robert Redford narration is the only English language narration. They didn't have an English and an American actor do the voiceover. It's just Robert Redford. Then, of course, Jackie Chan for the Mandarin language track. But so I don't have to buy two versions of this, which is quite nice. Next up, let's take a look at this package right here. It's a big smile package from Amazon. I'm excited to check this one out. Again, don't want to wreck it too much because I like reusing these. Okay. Yes, of course. I completely forgot about this, actually. This is, of course, the latest Legacy Collection Edition CD soundtrack, Beauty and the Beast. I'm so excited they're actually doing these again. Basically, these are like expanded soundtracks of all the classic Disney soundtracks, all the tracks from the movie, a bunch of demos and all that stuff that's never been released on CD before, all remastered, everything. They're fantastic. They did an original batch of about 14 over the course of 2 years, and then for the next 2 or 3 years, they just stopped doing them. Everyone assumed, oh, that's it, but now they've gone back and they're doing like a second volume of them. They did Robin Hood a few months, like late last year, and now they've done Beauty and the Beast. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. Let's like a quick look at it, I reckon. Whoop. That's it right there, really beautiful. I might do an unboxing of this at some point, I'm not too sure though. So this one comes with 2 CDs by the look of it, and always like a really beautiful little package in there, like liner notes, lyrics, just all that kind of stuff in there behind the scenes and all that great stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. This is one of my favorite Disney soundtracks. It's a nice little addition, finally. And it's a nice addition to the Disney Legacy Collection. I was hoping that they would do this one all along, so I'm really happy they finally have. Next up, let's have a look at this one here from my pals over at Book Depository. Yes, I have opened this one up already for good reason, so I'm just gonna slide it out of there. This is an interesting one. I know I've got a lot of people out there who are interested in starting up their own YouTube channels or trying to start up their own YouTube channels or whatever. So this is something that I really highly recommend to all of you guys to get your hands on and have a read of. This is a book I've been reading over the last week or two, whenever I get a chance. I'm a very slow reader, as you can see. It's written by the Chief Business Officer of YouTube, a guy named Robert Kyncl. It's called Streampunks: How YouTube and the New Creators Are Transforming Our Lives. It's a really fantastic book. It's got all these stats about new media, about how people are more receptive to streaming media, YouTube, Netflix, all those kind of streaming programs. How people are turning away from television and turning towards streaming and internet content, basically. And each chapter sort of focuses on a different YouTuber, how they started their career, what their original ambitions were, and how their channels sort of grew over time. It's a very interesting read, and it's inspiring me a lot so far. I'm almost halfway through. But I've got a lot of inspiration from this, a lot of great information too. So read it, study it if you're interested, even if you're just like interested in what's the deal with YouTube. I mean, it's a very interesting book, but if you are looking into building your channel and stuff, there's a lot of stuff in here. This is not a how-to guide. This is not gonna tell you how you should do it. It gives you a good example of what works, how people can grow their channels. Not everything works for everyone, but it gives you a little bit of a good insight and a little bit of an insight on what's happening in the background with YouTube and everything. So it's just a very good book, a very interesting book. I would highly recommend this. If you want to pick this up, I picked it up on Book Depository for a pretty cheap price, like $19 Australian or something, which is really good for one of these books. I'll put a link down the bottom from Book Depository if you want to head through and pick up this. Couple more packages here. We have got another one here from Book Depository. It looks a bit, I haven't opened this one, but something happened there. Let's do this one. Oh, that's broken. Okay, you know what? Let's just do this. I'm sorry guys, really lackluster unboxing of stuff. I haven't had one of these in a while. This is a new Star Wars comic. Mace Windu, JEDI of the Republic. Really excited for this one. I haven't read it yet, but it looks pretty cool. It's sort of set, I believe, between episode 1 and 2. It is apparently a welcome mix of high action and unique characterization. I have heard mixed reception over this though. I've heard from people that it wasn't that great, but I'm looking forward to it. I'll make my own mind up, as I usually do. A lot of people have been asking when's the next Star Wars canon comics timeline video. Very soon, I promise you. I'm working on it. It takes a while to do these things. I can't do it every month because there's only like 3 or 4 comics out each month, and it just would be not worth my time or your time to just add like 3 comics to the timeline every month. I got to give it 3 to 6 months in between each version to make sure a run is complete, and I can just add a whole bunch of new runs to it. But that's coming very soon. If you want to pick that one up, there's a link to Book Depository down the bottom as well. Okay, we've got another package here. This one actually came home. This arrived on my doorstep, so there's no footage of me picking this up from the parcel locker. Ozpost, they are, I don't want to say them to get me in trouble, but Ozpost are very unreliable. They keep losing I have lost a few of my packages recently. But there's this package here I had to get completely replaced because it actually passed through my local post office, and then on the day that it was supposed to go out for shipment, it just mysteriously went missing and they can't find it. So it's not the seller's problem, it's Ozpost's problem for mishandling or losing or whatever. Who knows how these things go missing? Where do they wind up? Do they wind up in the house of... But they're running me around the ringer as they always do. But I contacted the seller. This one I got direct from a distributor of Blu-rays over in the UK. It's a great distributor called Arrow. I've never really bought their titles before, but they always do these huge sales. It was like 70% off. And I got some really decent titles, like classic movies that I've really wanted to get for a while, but have been too expensive. I think I ended up picking up these for, it was like £7 each, so about $12, $13. So I placed an order. This is my first order direct from them. I had to contact these after Ozpost lost the original package. I had to contact these guys and say, look, I don't know, my package has gone missing. And they sent me another one express. It arrived the next day to my front doorstep. So nothing wrong with these guys. These guys are awesome. Let's open it up. Let's check out what I picked up from Arrow. Whew, all right. There we go. All right, let's do it. We've got a couple of Blu-ray titles in here. Looks like DVDs. So I picked up 4 movies from them. A few movies I've been wanting to get for a long time. This one here is The Sweet Smell of Success, which has Burt Lancaster and Tony Curtis in it. Classic movie. I have not watched this. It says one of the darkest films ever to come out of the Hollywood mainstream, both literally and figuratively. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. A critically acclaimed movie, and I love Tony Curtis especially. Burt Lancaster, I haven't honestly even watched too much of his stuff, but I'm looking forward to that. And check out this. Check out like the amount of special features and stuff they offer on these discs. It's always fantastic. So Sweet Smell of Success. I picked up this one here called The Blue Dahlia. The one thing I love more than classic cinema is classic film noir cinema. I love film noir, so I had to pick this one up. This is Veronica Lake, Alan Ladd. They're both really great. I love Veronica Lake. I think she's fantastic. Alan Ladd's really good too. There's another one that they both did together called The Glass Key that Arrow distributes as well. It was on sale during the sale, but they sold out of it, which is disappointing because I've been trying to get my hands on this one and The Glass Key for a long time at a good price. So hopefully during their next sale, I'll be able to pick up The Glass Key at a good price. And we also picked up two more here from Arrow. We picked up The Killers 1946 and The Killers 1964. This is based on an Ernest Hemingway novel, I believe. This is obviously two versions of the same story. The 1946 version is a film noir, so one that I have to see. Burt Lancaster again. Ava Gardner, who I love, was married to Frank Sinatra at one point, actually. Who wasn't, though? But yeah, so that's like a film noir version. And then this one is like what you'd imagine a 1960s like spy movie, like a James Bond or like The Italian Job. So it's like two very different takes on the same story. A mysterious, dark film noir and a cool, savvy-like action heist movie. I think it's going to be very interesting to compare the two different takes. Pretty much why I wanted to pick up both of these and I like that kind of thing. Like where they make two different versions of the same story, but they're just so vastly different that I love that. I love that. So I'm looking forward to seeing both versions of The Killers. So that was my Arrow haul. I love them. I'll be ordering from them again in the future because they're really great. Now we've got two more packages here. A little bit of subscriber mail to round out the video. First up, let's check this one out here. This is from our mate, Nerd Incorporated. Of course, he always sends in a lot of stuff. Thanks so much for sending more stuff in, mate. It is always much appreciated. Let's check out what he sent over to me this time. Boop. All right, he's packaged it very, very nicely, as he does. Bit of shrink wrap, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, so he's sending a little bit more artwork for me. He sent in some of his artwork last time. Really good artwork. This looks like a little, it's like a comic strip. A bank heist or something going on there. Oh, that's great. Well done, mate. Good work there. He's also sent me a comic. This is interesting. I didn't even know this was a thing, actually. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Meet the Ghostbusters. Isn't that just such a really weird kind of crossover there? IDW. These guys print a lot of the Disney comics. That's actually quite interesting. Very cool. I'll check that out. I will check that out. I'm not a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles. I never really quite got into it. I didn't quite understand the whole deal about them, but I love Ghostbusters. It's going to be very interesting to take a look at. So thank you for that little package there, Nerd Incorporated. Next up, we got another package here from Popcorn Chat. Popcorn Chat is a new to YouTube. Another Australian guy trying to do YouTube videos. So if you want to check out his channel, go ahead and check out his channel or whatever. I should also mention Nerd Incorporated does YouTube videos too. So if you want to check out some unboxings and stuff like that, check out these two guys, give them a little bit of support as I try and build their channels. Take a look at what Popcorn Chat sent in. We've got a little bit of stuff in here. Oh! Looks like Popcorn Chat sent in some kind of comic as well, but we'll get to this right there from Popcorn Chat. Hey Dave, I hope you find a great home for these drawings and comic book. Also, thank you for supplying me with great content and thank you for giving me advice on how my channel can grow. Thank you so much, Popcorn Chat, for this. Again, if you want a little bit of advice on how your channel can grow, go and pick up Streampunks. Great book. Also, Nerd Incorporated picked that book up too. So, very good. Just as Nerd Incorporated did, we have a couple of pieces of artwork here. This is cool. That is the Dave Lee Down Under logo drawn by Popcorn Chat there. That's awesome. Thanks so much. I'll send a picture of that to Sean. Sean Tayla, the artist behind the original illustration there. She'll get a nice little kick out of it. It's fantastic. Thanks so much for that. He's also sent in, it's like a Chewbacca with a big head. That's great. I love that. Really, really well done there. We've got another one here. Oh, this one's great. I have to get someone for this. Okay. He's not around at the moment as I'm filming this, but I'll get him to do like a little bit at the end of the video. It's a very cool piece here for Old Man Rick. Popcorn Chat has also sent in a comic book. This is awesome. Check this out. The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 279. It looks like it must be an issue from early 90s, maybe the 80s, 1986. How cool is that? The Amazing Spider-Man, an issue from the 1980s. That is very cool. You know, I love my Marvel, you know, I love my comics, and you know, I love my classic Marvel comics, and that is awesome. I love my Spider-Man too. So, that's very cool. That is awesome. I love that. Where is Spider-Man? I'm flicking through these pages and I don't see Spider-Man in here once. Face-off between Jack-O-Lantern and Silver Sable. There's a little bit of Spider-Man at the beginning, but he's actually not... This is an interesting issue because there's actually not a great deal of Spider-Man in this issue himself. There's one panel with him there, right there. But then for the rest of the comic, he's sort of... He goes AWOL. I like that. I like that. I really like that. Thank you so much, Popcorn Chat. This is great. This is going to go somewhere in my collection. I have to display that because that's great. I really like that. Oh, actually, it says on the cover, where is Spider-Man? Missed that. There you go. Where is Spider-Man? Missing in action continues in this issue. So this must have been like a whole run where Spider-Man just disappeared somewhere. I don't know, but that's cool. Thank you so much for that. I've never heard of that. That sounds like a very interesting run. I gotta look into that. All right. That is absolutely everything that I've picked up in this haul. Again, sorry it's been a month. As I said, just a few little bits and pieces trickling in every week. Thank you so much to my wonderful subscribers who sent in stuff. Again, if anyone wants to send anything into the channel, my little address is at the end of the video. Go straight to my parcel locker. And yes, I will always open everything that is sent into the parcel locker to the channel. I will continue to do these videos whenever I get like a decent stack of stuff. If you're a first-time viewer of this channel, you've enjoyed this unboxing video, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please, at the end of the video, hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen. Give me a little bit of support. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. And to absolutely everybody, don't forget to hit that like button down below. There's a great deal in getting my videos out there. Look guys, I hope I'll see you all again soon. Until then though, take care and I hope you have a wonderful day. Old Man Rick is here. We have got a very special gift for you from Popcorn Chat.
Popcorn Chat.
He must have known that it was your birthday coming up this week.
Awesome. I'm going to go show Iron Man this.
Yeah,
He's going to love that.
show him. Good that. A little drawing of Iron Man for Popcorn Chat. From Popcorn Chat.
That's awesome.
Go show Iron Man.
Thank you, Popcorn Chat. I'll go show Iron Man.
Go show Iron Man. It's pretty good, eh?
Iron Man.
Iron Man, come back here. That's mine. That's mine. Come on, he sent it to me, not you.
What is going on? What? I guess they both like the gift. Thanks, Popcorn Chat. Everyone leave Old Man Rick a happy birthday message down in the comments below for this week. Alright guys, that's it. Take it easy.